Hey everybody, it's Eric and I am going live for you guys today. And let me go ahead and get that quick radio check in. Okay, everything's going good. Hope everything's been going good with all you guys. I'm going to try to make this one a little bit quicker than usual unless somebody has some questions that come up. So let's go ahead, get all the comments and see if anybody joins us today. And it's going to be the normal market update, and I'm going to go ahead and try to make it as quick as possible for everyone. A lot of changes in the market, and big thing is, let's see, let's go with the big market update here. So let's bring it up here. Okay, so this week, as you can see, it's still been normal with everything, and we are holding steady at about 407,000 bucks. That hasn't changed. If you were with me last week, I went over everything on how we get to these numbers so I could show my homework to you guys. Right now, looks like supposedly over the last week we had about 275 condos, 10 closings, 6 under contract, and 4 just listed. Single family homes, 2141 with 77 closings, 36 under contract, and 35 just listed. Remember, that's for Friday because we are not open on Saturdays. Townhomes available, we have 139, 15 closings, 6 under contracts, and 2 just listed, for a total of 2554 available to you guys to buy. 102 closings and 48 under contract with 41 just listed. So we had 6 supposedly listed yesterday under 400,000 with 501 active. For month to date, Clark County, we had 3,121 sales with a median price of $407. On a daily average, 130 homes have sold. Now, if we go back a year ago, this time of year, month to date, we had 3,018 sold with a median price of $400, as you were, $347,000. How do you like that? As you were, just fell back into the Air Force there. With a daily average of 126. So we got a difference of 106 and a nice big difference on that median price. So we've gone up quite a bit. Let's see here. Year to date, we've sold even more than last year. You see, look at this. This is really interesting. With all the stuff that's going on, year to date, we've sold 37,997 homes. Last year, year to date, we had only sold 28,088. That's kind of interesting. Non-owner occupied, which are the cash buyers. Some of those can be, come back onto the market, especially with the Zillows and such of the world. It's still 31% of the market. 44 homes per day are actually those cash buyers. Of those 130. Let's see what else is going on here. That actually pretty much takes care of that. And let's do a little bit of show your work here. Let's go over to the actual MLS, see what happened. And remember, this is for all of Southern Nevada. So let's just see what went on here. All of Southern Nevada. According to this, over the last 7 days, 937 new listings, 274 came back on market. We had 584 price reductions, 149 price increases. Like I said before, a lot of times a price increase is someone who realized they made a mistake. Like I said, sometimes an agent will fat finger something in. Very few of these are real price increases or a temporary decrease. Let me talk to you real quick about a little trick in the market. This is actually a trick, and it's a good trick. And if you're out there and you're trying to sell a home, take a look at it. It actually works. Let's say you have a home that's been sitting for a couple of weeks and you want to get some movement on it. Lower the price. And I don't mean by a lot. I mean like $1 lousy. If you lower that price by $1 lousy, sometimes what that will do is bring it back up in the MLS, because people see it when it comes on the market. And if there's a price change or some kind of a change to it, by just changing it by $1, $100 or something like that, you've created that change. And then it pops back up. Oh, there's been a price reduction. Yeah, it wasn't much, it was $1. And then maybe a week later, bring it back up to your price, because the market may have shifted. So just because your house has been on the market for a month and it was overpriced, well, maybe it's in price now, but because no one's looking at it or thought about looking at it, you've just died out. And that actually helps out sometimes. As far as under contracts, we had 391 and 883. If no one's ever told you about the differences of show and no show, no show means it's actually under contract with the agent saying, hey, do not show this property. Show means it's under contract, but you can still show it. Kind of like the old contingent and pending in the old days. And if it's show, they're maybe waiting on something. Maybe the buyers have a house to sell or something like that. Sometimes the agent just didn't care. Put it in there. They may never change it if the condition has been met. Because a lot of houses do come back on the market. Like, look here, in the last 7 days, we had 274 houses come back on the market. A lot of those, I guarantee you, were under contract shows. So those could have been opportunities for you to grab up quick. I've actually grabbed up a few like that, especially when you call the agent and you ask the question of, hey, what's the chances of this actually closing? And they're like, their loan's not looking too good. Those are the ones you may want to go and take a look at. So, yeah. And of course, we have the sold outpaced new listings, which doesn't exactly help our situation right now. 51 expireds. A lot of those expireds are not true expireds. They were folks who taken their houses off the market, like you see, withdrawn, conditional withdrawn, stuff like that. Even though they took the house off the market, it doesn't really come off the market until it's expired. But even though they took it off some of these other ways, there may still be a chance if you're actually out there looking for a home. And of course, the coming soons. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to look at them, but you can put in an offer. At least you have a little bit of intelligence to see what is coming up. So that is a good thing for you. Always use that advanced intelligence that's out there and use your intelligence network like the coming soons. Let's see. So that takes care of most of that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, I want to show you this one. I was looking at something. Remember, I get some of my stuff from Ruthie. Like last week, I wanted to do the show your work because I'm always, don't want to just always use somebody else's material. You want to make sure that it is good. And I showed my work last week and kind of want to do some show my work a few more times to you guys. Make sure that I'm being honest to you and all the numbers are being honest and I'm not skewing them, playing the old, oh, the market's great to this guy and the market, is not great to this person here to meet my needs. Because I know a top agent, what they do is they look for newspaper clippings. They clip them out and they have all these newspaper clippings with them and they're ready to rebut someone with a newspaper clipping based upon what the person says. So if like, oh, the market is really bad right now, and it's like, here's a newspaper article right here from Wall Street Journal talking about how robust the market is. Oh, the market's great. I'm going to be able to sell my house in 3 days. Well, you're actually wrong. Here's this article here from USA Today. You see, I just clipped it. See it right here. You see how the market is, doing this. And you need to do that. I mean, I don't want to play that stuff with you guys. So that's why I want to show my work. So this one, we've talked about this a lot, are these out-of-town buyers. One of them's Invitation Homes. Thank Ruthie for this one also. They are the largest homeowner in the United States now, owning over 80,000 homes. And 4% of those homes are here in the Las Vegas area. And they own over 3,200 homes and they're still buying. So when they buy, those homes don't come back onto the market because they become rentals. So Invitation Homes, they are rentals, and just putting it out to you guys who are looking for rentals. They have their own website. You can go there and see all the rentals that are available, because I know I'm always getting calls. I got one just yesterday, someone looking for help for a rental. Just go to Invitation Homes. They rent straight to folks. You don't have to go through a realtor or anything like that. So let's see. And my next one I want to talk to you guys about, let's see. So keep this one to myself. Yeah, it's got some brokerages on here. So I'm going to keep this one to myself. I'll just talk about it. As far as who's got the, the people, the iBuyers, they talk about those a lot. Who's buying what? As far as that goes, Zillow is the big game in town. They're buying the majority of houses. Open Door, let's see here. Zillow year to date has purchased about 353. And no, wait a minute, see. No, they've listed 353, sold 886 year to date. Let's see, Open Door, they've listed 455 and sold 115. That's interesting. For 570 total. I should at least tell you the math on the Zillow. They sold 1239. And OfferPad, another big iBuyer, they've listed 221 and actually sold 28. That is very strange. For 249 total between listed and sold. So I'm just wondering, like, they've listed so many, like, you see the difference between, we're listening, I'm saying see, probably should like black some of this out. Like there's like this huge difference here between it's like Zillow's more successful in actually selling the homes, because like listed 455, sold 115, listed 221, actually sold 28. I don't know. I'm gonna throw this one out there. I think some of it has to do when I'm looking at it, because I know that a couple of these are not paying full commission. They're paying like these reduced commissions to agents. I think agents may be shunning them. And that's, I'm not saying because you're not supposed to do that. Some agents may be like putting their folks on to other things. It's kind of like what I say to people who are buying or selling their homes, you have to look at that. You think you're saving money, you may be costing yourself money, because I know Zillow, they are not shaving that commission right now. So that's kind of telling. If they have sold, or between the listings and sold, see, 353, 886, open door 455, 115. Shave commissions, not shave commissions. Kind of tells you a little something there. Okay, so I'm sure you guys are done with that all techie wonky stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about something else. So let's go ahead. I want to talk about this one. And this was really interesting, because this happened down in Florida, of course. And I love my Florida folk. Florida man, an agent, well, he's accused. And I've said this a lot to sellers, especially. You know, they're always talking about, you know, we want you to find us a buyer. Something like 99.5, 98% of all buyers are brought by another agent. And that's why you have to be very careful on the things that you do, because you want the competition. It's like eBay. You want everyone bidding on your home. This is a case, and I want you to listen to it for a sec. So I'm going to go ahead and get on over to the screen. Hopefully everyone can hear this. So I'm going to go ahead and go into my screen share. Boom, boom.
WFLA now will begin momentarily. Last night on WFLA News Channel 8, and if you want to actually watch Walt's full story, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description on this video and the pinned comment below. It'll take you over to WFLA.com, where you can find more.
Oh, sorry, I want to try to go to the original video. That is not doing what I want, purely because it's like the entire newscast. We don't want to do that. Let's see if they'll do it this time. Now let's try and do the entire stupid newscast. Okay, I'm going to have to explain it to you what happened. So what happened in this one is this gentleman here offered, it was like a $4.8 million house on the water down in Sarasota, Florida. He put an offer in for $480,000 over the list price. Well, he didn't get the house. The house was sold to someone else. And when he looked, he saw the house was sold for the list price. And guys trying to figure out why in the world this house sold for the list price. So he goes and finds the seller, and it's like, why didn't you take my offer? It was $480,000 over your list price. And the seller's like, I never saw it. Well, it's because the agent went for enough, because this guy had an agent. The guy went with someone who didn't have an agent, who offered list price, allegedly. I'm trying to keep myself safe here. Allegedly, because there's a lawsuit going on. And because he could double in his commission, or her, I don't know if it's male or female, they could double in their commission and make more money. And this is why I tell sellers it's so dangerous when you're always saying like, oh, shouldn't you be finding my buyer? I see a lot of agents who always talk about how they double in the majority of, oh, let's see here.
Or to WFLA.com, where you can find more here on the double N real estate sale that provoked a lawsuit in Sarasota here. But to answer your questions here live on WFLA Now, we got Walt here to join us. Walt, can you kind of break down this story for folks that didn't see your story last night at 6 o'clock?
So this is something anybody who has sold real estate during this market or over the last few years has dealt with in the multiple offer situation. So, you know, I mean, over the last year, you hear these stories The house goes on the market.
If anyone can't hear this,
100
just
people
type
show
it in
up.
or something
There are
so I
5 or
can
6 offers the next
try
day.
to finish
Realtors
that.
even are putting deadlines for offers in the actual listing. And in this case, this went on the market in February. 2 days later or so, there were 5 offers, including one from Barry Cohen, who we profiled. And what the realtor is supposed to do by law is present all of those offers.
See, by
in
law, you're
writing
supposed to present all
to
offers.
the seller. In this case, according to the lawsuit, the offers were presented verbally, and the realtor is accused of sort of pushing one offer a little bit harder than the others. And again, we've just heard from the plaintiff's side of this, but the seller and the buyer who didn't get the house both say and claim that the realtor pushed one particular buyer on the house. That buyer he represented as well in the transaction. So now he gets both sides of the commission if that's the deal that goes through, and that is the deal that went through, even though Mr. Cohen's offer was $400,000 higher and had a lot of the other same stipulations as the lower offer.
So that was my question. So as far as these 2 competing offers, we're looking here at Barry Cohen, who Walt spoke to again in the story that you can.
Yeah, so this is a lot more common than you think. Like I said, I was about to say, I run across realtors all the time. We talk about, them trying to double in deals. Like I know one particular realtor, and they advertise the whole "I will sell your house for 1% thing." Well, they will try to sell their house. This particular one tries to sell their house for 1%, but always says they will only do it if you do like 3% on the buy side, and then they don't try to present it out to buyers. What they do is they try to actually do find a buyer, so they make 4%. And a lot of people do this kind of stuff where they're trying to get more money off of the house. And that's why, I've run across situations. As a matter of fact, I sold a house a few months back where when everything was crazy and we were getting, 30 offers in 24 hours. It was one of those situations. I would have people contact me directly, and I would say like, hey, you need to go through this agent here. And I actually had one lady, I pushed her off, and I think the other agent I sent her to, hey, Nami, was like upset because she was figuring that she would go through me and get the house because she was going through me, and 2, possibly get a discount because she figured if I was double ending the deal, I would, be able to discount things for her. So yeah, if you're a seller, watch out for that. So, you know what? Those are the main things I wanted to cover. I was going to show you some ads from the paper today, and one of them I found was like really cool. It was actually a realtor who put a thing in the classified, and because I didn't blank it out the way I wanted it to yet. And he was saying like, hey, all these other realtors are saying they're going to sell your house for 1% and stuff. They're lying to you. And he was being very truthful, because a lot of times they're lying to you. They'll sit there and go like, I'll sell your house for 1%. Well, they're not telling you the fact they show up to your house and do their listing presentation, that their entire thing is, oh, that's my commission. You need to give 3% to that side, which is the truth, or whatever percentage. And a lot of them, they're doing a reduced service thing for that lowered percentage. And some people, they can deal with that. And when you're dealing with that, it's fine. Some of those are like really good deals for folks. I'm not going to lie. I will not lie. But you have to be that person. You have to be the low maintenance client, because it's built for like, it's the difference between, like Walmart and Macy's or something. It has to go like that. You can't be the person where you got to call and ask 1,000 questions. You can't be handheld or any of that stuff. The model works by it being streamlined, but I'm just putting that out there. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's market update, see where things are going. Next month will be, hopefully, if it's early enough, we get the big market update where we see where the market's really heading. Things seem to be kind of following that annual pattern where they're kind of slowing down a little bit. Hopefully by next week, we'll see if it's going to truly follow that pattern. What I've seen so far this week and and everything is normal houses are starting to follow this pattern. The truly exquisite houses are still getting multiple offers in the first few days. When I say multiple offers, I don't mean like 20 and 30. I mean like 4 and 5. Those are the exquisite houses. So if you're out there looking for exquisite houses, be prepared to compete. If you're looking for ordinary everyday houses, you may be able to find something and may be able to do some negotiations, because I was looking at a house today that we were putting in an offer for. A person did the cardinal sin of starting too high, and now they're down to not the stratosphere. They're because like I've said before, when you do the old Dr. Evil, I know you guys have seen this one before.
It's come to my attention that a breakaway Russian Republic from Pakistan is about to transfer a nuclear warhead to the United Nations in a few days. Here's the plan. We get the warhead and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Yeah. No matter how tight this market is right now, nobody's going to give you $1 million. They will give you a fair price, and that person overpricing to begin with. This client may be able to get into this one. As a matter of fact, it's 2 factors. They started off overpriced, and they're not offering a normal commission, and that's probably frightening some people away. Especially, people, as tight as the market is, there's some people who are still looking out for that pocketbook. And, I don't worry about that as much. So I'm going to try to slide my client in there, see if we can help them out, and keeping my fingers crossed and seeing what's going to happen. And as I've talked about before, if you are not currently a subscriber, you like the information I'm putting out there, dropping the real dope, please subscribe. Hit that like button, because it does help the YouTube algorithm, help more folks find my information. And I have started, you won't see it tonight, but once my VA gets in, it will be in the pinned comments. I'm now putting in the Home Buyer University, so you can now gather all the information that you need as far as learning about the process of purchasing a home, because let me tell you, the educated buyer is the king or queen when out there, because they're not having to wait. They can move quickly and purchase a home because they understand the process, and it's down there and it's free. And I've seen other realtors, they have some kind of home buyer university, and they want you to have some kind of skin in the game, and they want to charge you. This is a full up program. I actually purchased it. I actually paid over $1,000 for it, for you to have access, and I'm giving it to you gratis, no charge. Take advantage of that, and please, if you're try to limit this to Las Vegas, folks, because I don't need like 1 million people in there bogging down the system and everything, because there is, like a limit to, server space and stuff. So I do thank you all. Have any questions? I don't see any in here. Leave a comment below, and I'm going to start next quarter. I'm going to actually start throwing prizes in each one of my not only live streams, but just regular videos and everything. I have a lot of prizes I just have backed up. I'm going to start giving those prizes, a lot of items of value for you guys, so you're all ready and educated and ready to move to Las Vegas. And if you need anybody here in the Las Vegas area, even if I'm not available, I got a big connection, big heart, ready to help you guys out. So if no one has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream, let you guys get on to your Sunday dinner. And I'm out.